Hey guys, it's Emily and welcome to day 4 of the reading rush. Wow, can you believe that we're already like halfway through the readathon? That's astounding. I can't believe that I've made it this far so far. Anyway, today is Thursday and it is 8:03 a.m. I'm about to start work in a couple of minutes, like in a half hour maybe. And so since I have time to read this morning, I think I'm going to continue with my current read, which is I'll Have What She's Having by Erin Carlson. So I started reading this book last night after I finished editing. I finished editing early, so I decided to start reading this. I haven't made it super far. I'm only on page 20, but so far it's interesting. The first chapter is basically like a recap of Nora Ephron's life, specifically her love life, but also her career. And I don't know too much about Nora Ephron. Like I've watched some of her movies, but I'm not super familiar with everything that she's done. So it's interesting to read this. I struggled a little bit with the writing style at first. I don't know if it's because I was tired, but I struggled with the book a little bit, but now it flows super easily. So maybe it was just like me being exhausted at the end of the day. So far, it's good. I'm using it for the challenge of reading a book from a genre you don't typically read from. And for me, that is nonfiction. I'm not sure into which category of nonfiction this falls into. I'd say maybe an essay, but I'm not sure. I guess I'll have to look that up. But I think right now I'm going to continue reading this and then I'll have to start work. As it turns out, it's a biography. Okay, so I know we're back in the same spot. It's like 1 p.m. I just finished my lunch break. I'm about to head back to work. I should be back at work actually, but I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to update you guys on my progress with I'll Have What She's Having, because I've continued reading this like during my lunch break and this morning, and I made it to page 45. So I finished the first chapter and so far it's super interesting. As I've mentioned before, it's a biography, and since I'm not too familiar with Nora Ephron's work, like I've watched You've Got Mail and When Harry Met Sally a couple of times, but it's not something that I've rewatched like thousands of times, and I'm also not super familiar with the rest of her filmography. But reading about her and her work, it just makes me want to dive into the rest of her films. But it's also interesting how there's mentions in like sections about other famous actors such as Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, Meryl Streep, who have all worked with Nora Ephron, and the author dives a little bit deeper into all of their background, like their biography, and it's super interesting, and it makes me want to rewatch some of the movies that I've seen them in, but also I kind of want to watch their backlist, like their earlier films, because I'm more familiar with like the big successes or like their more recent stuff, but I'm not too familiar with the movies that came out in like the 70s or the 80s, and now I kind of want to watch them. So this book is great if you're a film lover. I think you would really enjoy this. So right now I'm going to head back to work and I will catch you guys up later. I don't know if it's because I was reading about movies, but I suddenly started craving popcorn, so. Okay, so it's 7:05 p.m. Workday is over, yada yada yada, and I'm about to go on my daily outing with my mom and my dog. But first I wanted to quickly update you guys on I'll Have What She's Having by Erin Carlson. I'm currently on page 90 and I just read the chapter that talks about the making of When Harry Met Sally, and it makes me want to rewatch the movie so bad. I just loved learning about this movie and I'm so excited to read the rest of this book because it's going to feature the other two big Nora Ephron like productions, and I'm just very excited. It really dives deeper into the whole cinema and like movie entertainment industry, and I like that about it. Like there are so many connections that I was not even aware of, and it's crazy how everyone in this industry knows one another. But I just find it so fascinating to read about the whole industry, but also about the making of the movie and like how they came to casting these two actors for these characters, or just how the movie came to be. I just think that's so fascinating and interesting, and I'm really enjoying it. And as I said, it makes me want to rewatch the movie, and I'm sure it's going to be the same with the other two movies. It also makes me want to watch other movies that I haven't watched before. Like it talks about other movies that came out at that time and I'm like, damn, I want to watch that. So basically I'm in a very movie mood. Also, random update, but I'm starting to feel the reading rush fatigue, in the sense, not in the sense of reading. I feel like this is really not something that I was expecting to fully dive into. Like I thought it would be like a casual read, meaning that I would read a chapter or two every day. But as it turns out, like I think I might read quite a bit of this tonight because I'm really into it. But I'm starting to feel the fatigue in terms of vlogging. So as you may have noticed, the vlogs are getting repetitive. My life is repetitive. Yeah, I feel like I keep doing the same thing over and over again, but with a different book, and I get tired of my own vlogs. So hopefully you guys are still enjoying them. Thankfully the weekend starts tomorrow, so from now on the vlogs should be more interesting because I will have more time to read and do all the things, but also to like edit them and just like to vlog and bring you guys along, since I won't be working as much, won't be working at all. So that's great. I think tonight we might have a little skincare routine night. I want to do a face mask, so I think we might do that. And I know the Reading Rush has come out with a tag. I don't remember the name of the tag, but I think it could be a fun way to like include more content in today's vlog, since I know it's probably going to be on the very short side. So we're probably going to have a little skincare session while talking about books. Okay, so I am back from my walk and I think it's time to do our little chit chat and skincare segment of this video. So I think I'm going to apply this purifying wash off mask from the brand Biomiracle. I feel like my skin has been breaking out a little bit and I have some weird texture on the bottom half of my face. I don't know if it's because I've been using new skincare products, but yeah, like it's not breaking out because of it, but I just feel like the texture has been really weird the past week. Not sure what happened there, but oh well. So I'm going to use this face mask while we answer the Reading Rush tag. I still don't know the name of it. I think I have it written down somewhere. Just let me find the questions. I only have the Reading Rush. I think it's a Racing to Read tag. Not sure, but something like that. So the first question is a book that stretches your mind. That's a good one. I have no... Oh, damn it. That's a good question. I have to think about it a little bit. Book that stretches my mind. I don't know. That's a really good one. I'm trying to think of like a non-fiction book that I might have read. It's really hard. The only one that comes to mind is Becoming by Michelle Obama. It's not so much that it stretched my mind, but I loved being exposed to her story, if that makes sense. So I think I'm going to use that one, but I know I have probably something better that I could use for this because like it's a memoir, so like it's not like it completely stretched my mind or like blew me away, even though like it was an amazing book. But yeah, that's the only one that comes to mind right now, so I guess that's what I'm gonna use. What's a book that you started but never finished? Oh, I DNF'd, what's the name of it? The sequel to the Grisha trilogy, Siege and Storm. Yeah, started that, DNF'd it because like didn't like that. One that I started but intend on finishing is Circe by Madeline Miller. I got to page like 30 and like I put the book down. So I'm hoping to like finish it at some point, like pick it up again. I look great. Okay, let's continue this. A book that you read really quickly. There's two series that comes to mind. The first one is The Selection by Kara Cass. I read the first 3 books in 3 days, so like a day each. And also similarly, The Lunar Chronicles. I read the first 3 books in 3 days. So those are books that I read really quickly for some reason. What's your favorite long book? Is it weird if I say Harry Potter? I know there's like been a lot of controversy, but those are the only long books that come to mind. Oh, there's also Winter in The Lunar Chronicles. It's like 800 pages, but it's absolutely amazing. So I think I'm going to change my answer to that. What's a book that had ups and downs? I don't know. That's a hard question. These questions are super hard. I wasn't expecting them to be so hard. Well Met by Jen DeLuca. I feel like I love this book, but I do have a couple of issues with it. Even though it is one of my favorite romances, I had a couple of issues like the cliches and just things that didn't make sense in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with that one. A book you were proud to finish. Once again, Winter by the Lunar Chronicles because it was so long. Best book you've read during a readathon. I think I'm gonna go with Illuminae from Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I loved this book. I could also use this for the stretch your mind question, I guess, because it was mind-blowing, but I really love that book. It's one of my favorite series now, and I read it during the Owls readathon last year. Finally, we have, I look so silly with this on. I look even paler than I typically do. That's great for me. Finally, we have an underrated book you wish got more attention. There's a lot that I probably could use for that question, but the one that comes to mind right now is the Charlotte Holmes series by Brittany Cavallaro. I feel like when people think YA mystery thriller, everyone thinks of Truly Devious, but in my honest opinion, the Charlotte Holmes series is just so much better and I wish more people would talk about it. I still haven't read the last book in the series. I know, like, it came out last year or 2 years ago, but I plan on reading it soon. It's just that I haven't gotten around to it, but the series is just so good. I don't understand why people don't talk about it more because honestly, really good. Oh, also Fake It Till You Break It by Jen P. and Guyan. It's one of those YA contemporaries that I absolutely loved last year. Like, it's prime enemies to lovers and people are not talking about it for some reason, and I'm like, What are you waiting for? It was so good. I remember loving it when I read it. So that concludes the little reading racing to read tag. I still don't know the name of it. Right now I'm gonna wait until this dries and then I'll go take a shower and we can wrap up the night while doing my nighttime skincare routine. Alright, I'm back. It's 8:30. I know we're in the exact same spot, but I have taken a shower. I have removed the face mask and it's time to do my skincare. So I thought I would wrap up the vlog by showing you guys my skincare routine. So this is my little skincare basket, I guess, with all my skincare products. So I'll talk about other things than just skincare, even though I love skincare. It's like one of the things that I just really love talking about. So I won't like bore you guys if that's not something that you're interested in, but I'll still show you guys the products that I use just for fun. So I washed my face using the Belief Aqua Balm Jelly Cleanser. It's a new product that I'm using. Really love the packaging of this. Look how pretty. I love the colors. And it smells good. Like, it smells kind of citrusy, so it's good. Next up, I'm using my toner, which is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow PHA plus BHA Pore Tight Toner. And I used to use this on a cotton pad, but now I just apply the product directly onto my hands and it makes such a big difference. I love it a lot more now that I'm using it that way and I just press it. So, let's talk about my plans for the next couple of days while we do this, because the weekend is upon us. Like tomorrow at 5 o'clock, the weekend starts for me and I'm so excited. Not only because like it's the end of the work week, which is like great in itself, but also because I will finally have more time for all things reading rush. So I feel like I've kind of struggled this week with like balancing the reading rush and reading and like the whole vlogging thing and like work and my personal life. Now let's move on to a serum, and I'm using the Volition Strawberry Sea Serum, which I only use at night because it makes my skin photosensitive, so I prefer using it at night. I'm really excited for the weekend because I will finally have more time. Like I said, I was struggling with like balancing everything. I'm still proud of myself because I feel like I have done great. Like I wasn't expecting to be able to hold on to daily vlogging for so long, and now like the weekend is upon us and I know I'll have more time to like film and edit and just do all the reading rush things this weekend. So like the hardest part is over almost. I only have one more day, and even then like Friday doesn't feel like a true work day, even though it is. As soon as 5 o'clock hits, I'm going to be able to like vlog more and just bring you guys along more and read more and just like do all the things more. So I'm excited about that. Next serum that I'm using is my hyaluronic acid serum, which is like my ride or die product, and this one is a Tarte Mermaid Skin H2O serum. I love it. It's like my all-time favorite hyaluronic acid serum. I use it twice a day. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm just very excited for the weekend. I'm finally gonna be able to like complete all of the challenges that I wasn't able to complete throughout the week. So I'm excited. I feel like I'll finally get a true shot at like getting all of those badges. So that's exciting. And also it means that the vlogs will get more exciting from now on, hopefully. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming vlogs. I also wanted to talk to you guys about my TBR because I don't have a lot of books left to read. I thought I had more. For some reason it seemed a lot more intimidating than it actually is. So my eye cream is the Origins Eye Doctor eye cream, and in the morning I use Pharmacy Cheer Up one because it's brightening, but at night I like this one because it's thicker. My TBR isn't as bad as I thought it would be. I honestly, like, I was pretty smart this year with my TBR, but for some reason I felt like I hadn't read that much this week and I would never be able to complete all the challenges, all the books that I had set for myself. But I have the one that I'm currently reading, which I'm like a third through. If not, I think I can finish this by Saturday. Like that's not a problem for me. And then I have a graphic novel to read, which I think I will read tomorrow or maybe on Saturday or Sunday when I need something quick and easy to complete. But that's not something that's going to take a long time. Oh, and finally we have my moisturizer, which is the Kate Somerville Goat Milk Moisturizer. I don't love it, but I got it in my Fat Fit Fun. And in the morning I use the Belief the True Cream the True Cream Aqua Bomb. I love this stuff in the morning. And then I have two like contemporary reads. The first one is Well Played, which is an adult romance. That's probably the one that I will prioritize over the other one simply because it's an arc and I'm trying to read my arcs on time, but also because the other one is for the continent. No, for the book set on a continent that's different than yours, and I have chosen Somewhere Only We Know by Maureen Gu, but like I could read that for books around the world if I don't end up reading it for the reading rush. That's why I'm not going to like force myself to read it if I don't have time. I think I might be able to read maybe one of the two. Anyway, I'm done with my skincare. I don't want to bore you guys with my plans. You can just watch the vlogs to see what happens. But yeah, I'm really hopeful that the weekend is going to be great. So I think I'm going to wrap up the vlog here so that I can start editing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like this was a little bit more of a chatty one. Hopefully you like that about it. If not, it'll get better tomorrow, I swear. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give this a big thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already and if you don't want to miss the upcoming vlogs. And I will see you guys for tomorrow's video. Bye!